Joining us now is Brent Thill, Jefferies tech analyst. He's got a buy rating on Microsoft, $550 price target. How much optimism does the street have, Brent, around the hardware side of this AI PC boom and the potential for upgrades?
I think there's excitement, Sarah, but I think it comes in the software. It's not really the hardware. Hardware will make it easier, as Michael Dell said, to be able to hit a Copilot button and tell you your next meeting and things you need to know about traffic or weather or whatever you need to do to help you through the day. But I think magic's still coming in the software. Microsoft and Amazon are leading that push in the enterprise. Google and Meta are leading that charge in the consumer market. So we are very excited. Microsoft's our top pick. We think the stock's going to $550 on $16 earnings power. And this is just at the beginning of the AI push. We think Microsoft has a huge runway. They've infused AI from security to infrastructure to applications up and down the stack. Now you have a hardware layer that will help reinforce this and make it easier for consumers and enterprises to adopt. So I'm not as excited about the hardware side. I'm a lot more excited about what's going on in the software business.
And I think most investors would agree with you, but as far as portions of revenues for some of these companies like a Dell or Microsoft or an HP, I mean, there's still a lot of exposure to PCs, and the market has been tough post-COVID with the give back. So I do wonder if Dell is right that this could trigger a big upgrade cycle, what that would mean just in additional revenues and how models could change.
Yeah, for Microsoft, it's been about the recurring revenue that's created on software subscriptions. So it doesn't really matter on the hardware side. It certainly helps them, but this goes back to they run on any device. They run across platform on Apple devices as well. So as long as the entire hardware industry is seeing a little bit of a tailwind, things are going to be great. Even if you didn't have the hardware upgrade, in my opinion, I still think there's enough hardware out there to run these services today. So no doubt a great tailwind. But again, I'd say the biggest excitement for us is really when you look at all the different layers where they can go after, from the data center to the consumer. You effectively now have mobile workers that are able to use this technology on their devices. So this is going to again be a big boost and be helpful. But I don't expect, and I don't think anyone should expect, this massive hardware upgrade on the consumer side, because AI is here. AI is really young. We're in the first generation, and it's going to take time. And as you saw with the McDonald's announcement this morning and then IBM, like all AI is not created equal. And I think we're in the hype cycle of AI. We got to get closer to bringing that hype cycle down and getting the revenue back up. And again, I think Microsoft's in the best position in our coverage to.
By purchasing almost twice as many AI chips from Nvidia as any of its rivals, Microsoft has made a daring and unprecedented move to strengthen its position in the rapidly evolving field of artificial intelligence. This is an unmistakable declaration of intent. It's fascinating to see the huge disparity in purchases between Microsoft and other tech giants like Meta Platforms and beyond as we peel back the layers of this complex strategy. The news has tech enthusiasts giddy with anticipation as each new detailed revelation highlights the scope of Microsoft's enormous aspirations as the coveted Hopper chips become a cornerstone of AI infrastructure globally. However, consider what these daring actions indicate about the direction of AI going forward and why Microsoft is playing so aggressively in this crucial technological advancement game. So, what implications does this have for Nvidia's stock? Let's explore that. But first, a big thank you to those of you who've stuck with us this far. Creating these videos takes significant effort and dedication, so if you're enjoying the content, please hit the like button, subscribe to our channel, and share your thoughts on Nvidia stock in the comments. Your support truly helps us grow. Now let's get back to the video.
It's hard not to notice their marketing already. Touting Copilot, showing people at their computer, plugging in requests to do presentations and so forth. Do we have any survey work yet on how helpful consumers are finding that product?
We don't at this point. I think it's still really early on the consumer side. I think when you look on the consumer side today, there's so many choices, whether it's ChatGPT. I'm using Perplexity every day. I love the application. I'm not really using a lot of the Microsoft technology yet. we don't actually have the technology deployed yet. And I think when you go back to today, it's easier for consumers, but it's easy to figure out, okay, where's my next family trip, or what's the weather like where I'm going? There's certain things you can ask. But in the enterprise, the data is not ready yet. The security standards aren't ready. So we're still really, really, really early. And again, the channels are very different. The consumer side has so many choices today. Again, multiple applications. It's not only Microsoft or others. It's Perplexity. You go through the list. There's a lot of them. So I think consumers have a choice. Mm-hmm. That's going to probably shake out. We're going to have a couple leaders emerge on both sides. And I believe Microsoft, with their partnership with OpenAI on the consumer side with ChatGPT is doing very well with Perplexity. And on the enterprise side, we see Amazon and Microsoft.
In a gripping story of ambition, rivalry, and technical advancement, today Microsoft's recent acquisition of 485,000 Nvidia AI processors has been an inspirational acquisition that has caught the tech world by storm. The enormous quantity more than doubles the purchased batch of one of its closest rivals, Meta Platforms, indicating a significant change in Microsoft's outlook for the future. The choice to acquire such a large number of cutting-edge chips is not just a calculated move. It has a significant impact on the industry and suggests the company's long-term goals and direction, particularly with regard to its Azure cloud services for those who laugh at old stock jokes. Despite the fact that they lack chocolate, AI chips are actually the new gold. This tactical move emphasizes following the groundbreaking success of ChatGPT, Microsoft's steadfast dedication to not only staying a competitor in the AI race, but also possibly surpassing its competitors. According to statistics from a technology firm, the demand for Nvidia chips, which are known for their advanced GPU capabilities and efficiency in processing complicated AI jobs, has increased rapidly. Although ByteDance and Tencent, two other significant IT companies, have each made sizable orders for about 230,000 chips, including the customized H20 model designed for Chinese markets. Microsoft's leap is nothing short of bold, boosting Microsoft's substantial $13 billion investment in OpenAI is a huge advancement, a strategic partnership aimed at improving AI capabilities for both their internal and external applications, opening them a wide range of opportunities for innovation and expansion. To stay informed about the latest developments from Nvidia and the ever-changing stock market, consider subscribing to our investing tutorial channel. We provide daily updates on significant market shifts and key catalysts, so hit that subscribe button to ensure you'd never miss crucial information. We'd love to hear your thoughts on Nvidia stock, so please share your opinions in the comments below. Now let's dive into today's video.
I was reading about today that I didn't even know was happening, and I think it's worth mentioning for sure. Jensen Huang speaking at CES on January the 6th, so not that far from now. You really want to get all bared up ahead of, the leather jacket on the stage? Really?
Well, look, I think Jensen Huang's, his speeches have had basically decreasing impact on shares. They may pop it for a moment after the speech, but you can guess what he's going to say. He's going to talk about its strength has never been more apparent than it is now.
The last time he's done, I don't know about this, Weiss. The last couple of times he's done this, he made the rounds in New York, not that time ago. Stock took off. He spoke at the Goldman Communicopia conference that I was at, and he talked about demand being, I forgot the word that he used, but basically was suggesting it's unbelievable. And the stock was up after that event quite substantially, too. He has had a unique ability to move the stock.
So if you talk from a trading move, you can play it. The shares aren't going to trade down after he speaks unless it moves up markedly into January 6th in expectation of his speech. My point is that if you own the stock, that it's going to have a negligible impact on it because, as you see, the stock's traded down since those events. So that's not a reason to buy it. Look, I grapple with this because given what they charge for their chips, and given the pocketbook that Meta, Microsoft, Google, et cetera, all have, and how they're all targeting the manufacturing of their own chips, by the way, using the same fabs that Jensen Huang uses, which is largely Taiwan Semi, there's a big incentive there. It's not like they have to build their own fabs to produce these chips. All they have to do is find capacity elsewhere.
Jim Cramer from CNBC skillfully notes that Nvidia has unmatched dominance in the AI chip space, a claim supported by striking financials. Therefore, the company's crucial role in this developing situation cannot be understated. For the third quarter, Nvidia recorded an impressive $35.1 billion in revenue, of which an astounding $3.8 billion was attributable to its data center operations alone. However, even though Nvidia's chips frequently serve as the foundation for AI development, issues like overheating have recently surfaced, making it difficult for companies like Microsoft and Meta to implement them smoothly. Despite this, Microsoft is unwavering and persistent, understanding that these chips are essential parts of the larger picture of AI innovation and keeping a close strategic eye on the future. They continue to innovate by creating in-house AI solutions in addition to integrating NVIDIA's state-of-the-art technology. This two-pronged strategy not only strengthens their already strong market position, but also gets them ready for what might be a massive global change in AI capabilities and applications. Don't forget to share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. Your input helps create a more knowledgeable community where we can all learn and grow together in the world of investing. Stay up to date with the latest market trends, insights, and key updates by subscribing to Investing Tutorial. We're here to help you make smarter investment decisions and stay ahead of the curve.
According to a technology consultancy firm called OMDIA, Microsoft acquires twice as many NVIDIA AI chips as the tech rivals. That is according to today's Financial Times. Microsoft bought 485,000 of NVIDIA's Hopper chips this year. That put Microsoft far ahead of NVIDIA's next biggest U.S. customer, which is Meta, which bought about half that amount.
Right. I'm not saying they're not buying now. I'm not saying their chips right now are competitive with NVIDIA. I'm saying they're hugely incented to build chips, design chips that are competitive, and that, in fact, is what they're doing. So when will that start hitting NVIDIA's demand?
Not anytime soon.
That's the question.
Not anytime soon.
I think within the next year it's extremely possible, particularly when you've got Taiwan Semi opening up a new facility in Japan that's going to provide them capacity. That is a real issue.
Okay.
So, and by the way, Semi's NVIDIA, too, with their gaming chips that nobody could touch, that became sort of like an albatross on them because they're slowing area growth. So semis don't have this type of advantage.
It is becoming increasingly evident as the dust settles from this incredible acquisition that Microsoft's massive investment in NVIDIA's AI chips is not a speculative venture, but rather a calculated risk that is expected to pay off handsomely in the rapidly growing field of artificial intelligence. Unsurprisingly, the stocks of Microsoft and Nvidia continue to gain positive momentum as investors closely watch their always growing trajectory and developing potential. Microsoft is not just playing catch-up, it is crafting a captivating narrative of leadership vision and continuous innovation. This remarkable acquisition story is far more than just a news story. It's a foreboding indication of the direction that technology is unavoidably taking, and both investors and onlookers are now presented with an alluring offer to accompany Microsoft on this exciting yet unexplored journey across the evolutionary frontier of artificial intelligence. Do you believe that Microsoft's audacious plan will put them at the forefront of AI development, or that rivals will quickly overtake them? Finally, if you want to know what companies like Nvidia have been up to these past few days, click on the next video on your screen. I hope to see you there. Share your thoughts and insights as this exciting story of ambition and technological evolution continues to unfold and captivate us all.